Hello everyone, welcome to Python Vibes YouTube channel. In this channel, we will be posting all the Python based interview questions and answers along with the explanation. These videos will help you to understand Python basics and advanced concepts and build your Python programming logics. In today's video, we are going to write a program for valid expression check in Python. So already I have defined one function here, expression check, and I will be passing this input expression. By taking this, we are going to pass this as a input to this function. And we will check whether this input expression is valid or not. So to proceed further, we should understand which expression is valid and which is not. So for the valid condition, it should have the number of open parameters, open parentheses should be equals to the number of closed parentheses. So whenever it is equal, then that we can say it as valid, else it is not a valid, it is a invalid expression. And one more thing is, if it is not equal, then we can say it is invalid. And the same way, whenever any expression starts with this closing parenthesis, then that case we can call it as that is also an invalid expression. So if we remember these things, then this problem is going to be super simple. So let me take one dictionary here which will hold parenthesis dictionaries. So in this case, what I will do, the expression whatever I am passing, it has both open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. For now, in this parenthesis dictionary, what I will do, I will keep all my open parenthesis as the values of this dictionary, and closed parenthesis would be keys for this dictionary. So what I will do, I will keep this closed one as a key, and this would be open one would be the value. So the square one I will add it, flower one I have added. So this is how I will maintain one dictionary, so that if we have to pass frame any expression, we are going to use only these three as per my knowledge. So I'm just maintaining one dictionary with only these three kind of parentheses. So what I will do, I will maintain one list to hold all the open parentheses. So for that, I will keep this as name open params. I will take it. Okay, open params would be an empty list. So later what I will do, I will be looping over all the characters in this expression. So because since we are passing this as a string, so we can call it as a we can consider it as a character. So what I will do, for bracket, I'm just taking some simple names for bracket in the input expression whatever we passed. And if this bracket is in the dictionary, parenthesis dictionary dot values, that means in the values what do we have, we have all the opening parentheses like this, parenthesis, open parenthesis, open flower braces, and open square brackets. So these all things we have it in the as a values of this PD dictionary. So if it is open parenthesis, what I will do, I will just keep track of this open parenthesis. So in this open params dot append, I will append this my open bracket. So other condition would be this bracket can be a key for these dictionaries. So what I will do, instead of writing elif b in the pd dot keys, directly I can just write elif b is in PD dictionary. So that is going to obviously take only the keys only. So we can maintain in this way. And after that, I will just write if not this open params. That means I will explain. If not params means, so whenever we check, if we take any variable, if a variable, that means that variable has some value. So instead, what are we doing here? We are writing this reverse condition. If not variable, that means what? That variable should be empty. Then only this condition will get satisfied. In this case, if not open params, that means this open params should be empty. Or I will do one thing, and open params dot pop shouldn't be equals to this PD dictionary of this B. I'll explain the flow also. In this case, I am going to return false, and at the end return not open params. That means this open params list should be empty if we have to say this expression is a valid one. Because if we know, if we look at these conditions, like number of open parentheses shouldn't be equals to number of closed parentheses if it has to written as false. I mean, if the expression is invalid, this should happen. If it is equal, then this is not going to have any open parentheses here, right? So that is how we are maintaining, and we are going to return if the open params list is empty, then at the end we will just make it as true. So I will just run this program. So we got true here. Let me explain what is happening here. We got this expression as a input here. For this function, we got this as our input string, and we are looping over the string. So for the first time, we will have one character open parenthesis, this one. If we look at this condition, if b is in the pd dot values, so right now this open parenthesis, if we remember, all the open brackets we are keeping it in the dictionary's values. So yes, this open bracket is in the dictionary value. So in that case, what I will do, I will be adding this open parenthesis into this list. So this will be the open params for the first iteration. In the next iteration, it will have this flower braces. Yes, this flower braces is also in the PD dictionary values. So that's the reason we are adding this flower braces also to this open params list. And the same way we will do it for the square brackets also. So we will just add this into this open params list. Then comes this closing params here. So in the next iteration we got closed square brackets, but this closed bracket square bracket is not in the values of this PD dictionary. Instead it is existed as a key of this dictionary. So if we observe it here, this is a key here. So in this case it will comes to elif condition, and it will check this if here, if block here. In this if also has two parts. The first part is to check whether this open params list is empty or not. So if we look at this open params, it has three elements in it. So is it empty or not? No, it is not empty. So the first half would become false. So since we are using this OR operation, we need to check both the expressions. If any one of them gets true, then it will come inside this and it will return as false. So for that reason, we are going to check the other half also. So params.pop is not equals to pd of p. So what is the values here? How this expression is checking means params.pop. That means we know that pop operation is going to give us a return as the value which it has deleted. So pop in the sense it is going to return as, if you don't provide any index to this, it is going to remove the last item whatever it is in this this list, we can say it. So when we do that, we got, after popping up, we got this open square bracket as a value, and then this shouldn't be equals to pd of b. So in this pd dictionary we are trying to check the value of this closing bracket. So this closing square bracket, we have a value like open one. So it is going to check whether these two values are not equal to each other or not. So but these are in, these are going to be equal, right? So but instead we are checking if these two things are not equal to each other. So but this will become false. If false or false, then entire expression will be false only. Same way it will execute for remaining two closed parentheses also, and it will, this open params list would be empty at the end. So if not params, that means yes, this list is an empty list. That is the reason we are returning true as our output. And we will also check for other condition which we have mentioned here. When we start an expression with the closing parenthesis, that is a invalid expression. So I just kept everything as a closed parenthesis in the starting, and I'll be checking it. If we run it, it is going to return as false. And one more thing, and the first one, if we keep the number of open and number of closed parentheses is not equal condition, then also it should return as false. So here we can observe that the number of open parentheses are not equals to the number of opens one. So that is going to be an invalid one. Let me run it. We got false. So this is how we can check whether a given expression is a valid expression or not. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, kindly share and subscribe to Python Vibes YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.